So, kind of summarizing what I see, from Laterals is that, especially building a data science team from scratch, unless it's set up by a Fortune 500 company, okay? So you basically build talent. When you build talent, you need laterals because top of the line talent don't join you.
Yeah.
That's the reality. Top of the line talent don't join you. So you cannot hire a 10. You'll probably hire a 6 or a 7 and grow them to be an 8 or a 9. So that is your initial 3-4 people.
We are not sending rockets to the moon. We don't need top of the talent.
Yeah,
we just need talent which can adapt and learn.
So
that's it.
That's how you think it is. I will
Right.
tell you one of my client companies without naming them. So a senior data scientist, a staff data scientist from IQVIA was interviewed by a guy who worked as a data scientist in CTS for a few years, and he rejected that guy.
Because he knows more than me.
So I was like, boss, he's a staff data scientist. He's got a couple of patents. And this guy, 3 years experience in data science in CTS, somehow is the head of data science in that company and decides that this guy is not good. So I was like, okay, first of all, the interviewer only is wrong. I don't know what was interviewed. The candidate called me. It's like, boss, did you really think that this person would interview me? I'm like, I didn't know. But, companies also have unrealistic expectation. As though Google doesn't get top of line talent. Tesla doesn't get top of line talent. Somebody who's running a 200-member company, in some remote part of India expects, I want, rocket scientists for my, and the talent, there is a big gap, at least they should be a little more grounded. So 6 and 7, 4, 5 people laterals, and then the rest of the talent, I believe, with this, industry academia collaboration, you'll get a 2-year experience talent by the end of, by the end of the time they join you. So that way, I believe a combination, a hybrid model would work best in this than, going completely lateral or going completely fresher. That's my point.
No, I think
I
it
agree.
can't be completely lateral and completely. It has to be a mix of both. You can't build a team just by taking freshers. It will take ages for you to train, and after 2-3 years they want to do masters. Then you have to hire a new guy. It doesn't work.
You need laterals and the freshers in your team as a mix. Second, you need stars as well as average, but good attitude, right? I think you can't have a all-star team. Never it will work because of egos and attitude issues and whatnot, right? You can't have a all-average team also. I mean, you should have a clear vision for what kind of team that you want to build, and then go for it. Yeah, I keep reiterating the same thing. I look for a lot of things which are not tangible, right? That's what matters to me. For me, skill can be acquired, attitude cannot be acquired, right? So that's how I look at people, and I've had people who have stuck with me for last 4-5 years. I mean, I'm not a very big company, right? But people have stuck with me for 4 to 5 years because of the nature of work that they get, the kind of learning opportunities they get, and the kind of freedom that they get. I mean, today they're working on XYZ, tomorrow they'll work on some ABC, which is completely different. All of us are learning at the same time, but that's the experience and exposure that you'll get, which you'll probably not get in larger companies. That's what matters.
When hiring laterals, especially for our clients, the moment we see any certification mentioned on their resume, in between their work, after they started their work, we red flag and then we kind of remove that. Okay, so that is what we do. Anybody who has done certification means they were stuck somewhere in their career. They wanted a break, did some certification, and are looking for a break. Unless some other company has given that person an opportunity and proven, our clients don't want to, lay hands on those kind of profiles. Clients have told it very categorically, but nobody would tell it on air. I don't want a PhD. I want 5 years experience, guy. It's all right.
Correct.
That is, I would much rather have somebody who is a MCA with 5 years experience than a PhD in data science. That is the reality that I have seen. Would you, Mark, coming to you, because you kind of support it. So when you hire lateral talent, the moment you see certification, do you see a red flag coming in, or you're like, no, I want to give this person a little more long rope?
Situation plays a part there, I guess.
No, so I would say that the testing, where do they break?
Do you talk to them?
Of course, I'll talk to them.
When you have,
It is not
you have 15 resumes and you have time to talk to 5, and 10 resumes are work
If only we were so.
No, I'm just putting a hypothetical scenario. I'm just putting in a hypothetical scenario. If you have 15 resumes who are all good, 10 of them have work experience, and then 5 of them have certifications
With work experience.
This is relevant work experience. That is not relevant, but certification. Okay, and you can talk to only 5 people. Who would you pick?
So I would look for relevant work experience with certification, because as I said, I mean, it's not there means it's not there.
No, if
you are concocting the question where you want me to answer in one way. The situation is put out in that way.
I'm asking you because somebody who has worked as a data scientist for 5 years, why would he go and get a data science certification to prove his metal? So anybody who has got relevant experience will not have a certification. Anybody who has got a certification, no matter how relevant his resume looks, it means that he does not have relevant experience. That's why he has acquired the certificate.